Welcome back, Rich Nation. My name is AJ, and today we're going to be reacting to Reincarnated Slime Episode 2. Last episode, we saw Mikami go from a 37-year-old virgin with a full computer of hentai and whatever else he has to absolutely a slime. And when you look at a slime, you think, okay, it's got to be the weakest enemy, weaker than a boar. If we're thinking like MMO RPG type statistics and normal levels here, you say slime is weaker than a boar. Weakest enemy. How can this be strong? But give the slime abilities, give it resistances and nullifying things, and that's how you make it stronger. So I'm very curious how they're going to play on all these abilities that they gave this a sage ability. I'm just very curious, and I love the dragon we met. The personality of the dragon is very refreshing. Their back and forth, Mikami and the dragon's back and forth was funny. I'm just wondering where it goes from here. But it's very intriguing concept and first episode. If you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We have a ton of content on here, so definitely do that. Smash that like button, hit that notification bell. If you want to see episodes early and uncut, check out the Patreon, patreon.com/ajrich123. It supports the channel. You get a ton of stuff over there. You can watch the uncut stuff over there as well. And let's go ahead and start. That is a very strange thing to learn. It matters how you see the dragon. So progressively getting weaker and weaker over time. Yeah, only die. What a badass though. Doesn't seem sad about it or anything. Wait. That is... Oh, okay. I was gonna say that was way too easy. Yep. It seemed like a good idea. Because he wants you to talk to him. Can the slime... That's the ultimate Soon dragon. Tsundere. Get inside me? Same concept? It's like you're telling an ultimate boss, evil villain, bad guy, get inside me and I'll analyze you. How else are they supposed to react? And this dragon's personality is the most unique thing ever. Where would you ever find... maybe if you got to know some of the, like, a villain or a bad guy, they would eventually maybe act like this. Maybe it's just like, if you're close enough to somebody, you kind of realize, oh, maybe they're not so bad after all. And maybe they're just a Tsundere. He's all in. He sounds so submissive. This is closer to him getting busy with somebody than he ever was in real life. It's actually kind of cool. Huh, what would be a... That's kind of a bad, like a badass name. Tempest sounds way better. I think he appreciates your name. RIMURU. RIMURU. So now they have the same last name, so they're family. Now you're adopted, I guess? Who knew a slime and a dragon would become family? And no one's touched each other yet. Oh, okay, there you go. RIMURU can expand his body tremendously. These are like the best abilities you can find in something like this. From doing that, he must have got knowledge consuming that you get every type of quality, right? So you learned abilities. So now with that computer, of course, to know pretty much being and I call it a computer because I can't really, it's either a computer or robot, whatever that voice in his head is. It's more of just, you can use that to be able to learn anything, any skill, and then anything around you. But where does this extend to? Very interesting. I'm liking this. So there's humans here. But the question is, are they all from different from countries from his world? Are they, can they be from here? I'm asked that every day from the people around me and you guys. No, I never get enough sleep. It's crazy that you can lose track of time like that. It's not like he has a watch, though. This is such a better version of Kirby. I don't even want to compare it to Kirby because it's so much better. RIMURU gets to skip like months of grinding too. But if you can absorb things, couldn't you technically just absorb enemies too? So no enemy you would have to really fight? I see a lot of heads in the future here. Maybe RIMURU has to damage it first. Kind of like Pokemon, so you can catch it. Except you get to consume it all instead of catch it all. I would be consuming everything. Unless there are such things as bad abilities that could hinder you. Wonder if that's a possibility. That's the only reason why I would see not consuming everything, is if there's bad skills. This is all about learning for him, though. Steel thread, sticky thread, so spider abilities. Whoa. It's like you just keep evolving and evolving, but into unlimited forms. Longest dungeon ever? These like level 1 noobs going into a dungeon? Gotta have your healer. So the adventurer concept is in this world as well. They might get scared, yeah. A slime starts talking, you're gonna want to whack them. RIMURU can consume regular enemies. They could consume humans too, right? Actually, wouldn't that technically be cannibalism? Though RIMURU's not a human anymore, but in his head, it's gotta be cannibalism, right? He seems happier though as a slime. So who wouldn't be with this type of abilities? But still, you're a slime. Oh no! Freaking goblins! At this point, I've seen goblins in every single way. Either they are really nice, really weird, or creepy, extremely freaky, like Goblin Slayer, which is on my Patreon. These don't seem like the creepy ones, though. I think he was around the dragon too long. I guess it could be to outside people maybe a disguise, if you can talk and shout like that. These are definitely low-level goblins. Wow. So he has to help them then. That's why he's not there anymore. Wow. They actually... Ooh! So it's like you're showing your level 100 or 1,000. Probably it would be smart for him to hide it, if that's possible. There's got to be a way to hide that, because that could be really bad. Maybe they were just straight up weak, like I thought, level 1. So they're just hanging in there. Yeah, these are kind of nice goblins. Kind of feel bad for them. What could Rimuru do, though? Maybe attack with them, or... I really didn't think I'd feel bad for goblins. I didn't even think that was possible. So maybe Rimuru is not going to be that type of main character that just does things for the good of the cause. Because the basic concept is you want to think you want to get something for doing something. Same thing in this type of world. But if you have that, nice guy personality, it's hard to say no when somebody, and they obviously need help. This isn't one of those shady things where they're bad people and they want help. You can tell these goblins are really hurting. So I get why you would help. So they had never found the actual village at this point, or maybe never directly attacked the village itself. For slime, that is a pretty epic thing to say. It makes you look at the slime differently from the other perspective. I find it a really cool concept. I mean, first of all, to have a slime having that many abilities and being able to consume things like that. But now you have goblins, which Goblin Slayer, I'm like halfway through over on Patreon. That show has really changed my perspective. Well, not really changed it, made me really not trust and hate goblins. So when you see goblins like this who are really in danger, and they kind of made them adorable. Is that the right word? Like, kind of adorable in this. You can't help but feel bad for them. So when they're approaching Rimuru like this, and as we see, even his personality in the real world being like the boss, and if somebody was coming to him with a for help or was apologizing. He had that, he was the nice guy. I mean, I'm sure he was friend zoned a million times. So I get that. So I get where he's coming from when it comes to that concept. But you also have to, at least, maybe this is just me worrying about, we've seen from lots of shows and animes where people can act really nice and then they end up being evil or bad. But I don't really see that coming from this. So him helping, I get it. And I kind of like it. Seeing a slime as the leader, and because as viewers, we see it's a slime. That's it. Like, it's a slime. But when it showed the aura and it showed that dark aura coming back, I kind of makes me think of like, if you thought about it in an RPG or an MMO perspective, you see somebody and maybe they have like noob gear on or weak gear, and they're just straight up naked and they're wearing no armor. But you look at their stats and their max level with max stats on everything with every buff possible. That's the way I kind of look at when they're seeing them. And that's the way Rimuru was kind of showing. It's like he's showing all his strength out there. Now, we saw him suck it up. Does that mean he can do that from now on? Can he hide his aura there so he's not going to look like he's he's super intimidating? Because I think for the future, I think going down the line, you're not going to want to show how strong you are, especially with the type of skill, because you could get people that would want to use you or take advantage of you or whatever. Yeah, maybe they'll be scared, but maybe there's some people you don't want them to be scared of you. You want to, like Rimuru is trying to do right there, is befriend and make friends. So I think it's the best thing Rimuru can do is hiding the aura and make friends, help them out like this, especially learn, even though got a lot of knowledge, and you guys can let me know in the comments how exactly that worked. My thought was, by consuming the dragon like that, he got the knowledge of the dragon of the area, and maybe it's a sentence. I might have missed a sentence that explained that, but that's what I kind of got. But also the computer or the voice or whatever that's talking seems to know all this stuff. So if the slime asked, I feel like it would have been answered by the computer. But no, this is a really enticing series. It's a strange concept, and we've seen we've seen an isekai, we've seen a fantasy type world like this with every type of creature possible you could think of. But I can't help but feel wanting more, left wanting more, because of the interesting concept and just the likability of the main character. You kind of don't, it's not that he wasn't likable as a human, but as a slime, you change the voice, you change the slime, it's like a whole new character, it feels like. Though some of the things he says, you still feel that personality from him as a human, but it does feel very different and just very wholesome. The slime is very wholesome, just being a slime in general. But anyway, if you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, smash that like button, hit that notification bell. You can also check out my Patreon, patreon.com/ajrich123, if you want to see the uncut reactions or early releases of this show or all the other shows that I've done on there. Definitely check it out. Twitch, Twitter, Discord, all those links are down below in the description. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.